Well, hello, welcome to the channel of some privileged, boring dude trying out this whole bread tube thing. See, it sounded fun, at least at the time. Now, I'm sure that you're well aware that this is going to be on worker cooperatives, but for those less familiar as to what a worker cooperative is, it's just an alternative type of business structuring. You see, in a Marxist view, at least, a big critique of the capitalist system is that of the bourgeoisie's ownership of the means of production, and how that can result in their ownership over the value that the workers produce. Now, worker cooperatives try to remedy this by putting the ownership in the hands of the workers rather than an individual capitalist. What they do with that surplus value that they eventually accrue, that is the value that the workers do not use, rather than giving that to a capitalist, they just reinvest that into the company for further use. This means that worker cooperatives tend to be more democratic, and also they have a lot less disparity in pay between different levels of the business. But that's not all that can be said about worker cooperatives, though. They aren't just good because of Marx, they also do have practical reasons. This, for example, is what can be said about endurance. In France, at least, the effect of the business cycle on firm closures is the same among worker cooperatives and other firms. More generally, as we have seen, the existing evidence suggests that labor-managed firms survive at least as well as conventional firms. That was from Cooperatives UK. Oh, and regarding profitability, while they do well in that arena too, you see, this has been said by the Democracy at Work Institute. Worker cooperatives appear to slightly outperform their peers. In 2013, the average private firm had a profit margin of 5.9%, while the margin for worker cooperatives was 6.4%. While this figure is based on a small sample size, 67 firms, it does appear that worker cooperatives examined here are competitive and viable as a whole, particularly in the manufacturing and retail industries. Now, I do understand that my previous sources may seem a bit biased given their names. You know, Democracy at Work Institute or Cooperatives UK. These may not be fully impartial. But allow me to now cite an analysis done by Ben Craig and John Pencaval on worker cooperatives in the plywood industry. What differences we have found imply that co-ops are more efficient than the principal conventional firms by between 6 and 14%. Now, I feel that my case has been made, but there is something there, undeniably. To give workers self-management, it's not a sacrifice to productivity for the greater good of morals or equality. It's just a lovely addition that what happens to be more efficient also doesn't give a CEO in 3 days what it would take a worker a year to make. I hope that you have a lovely day, and my links for sources will be in the description. Thank you for watching.